Hey all, welcome to TNT Homesteading. This is Terry. So it's Saturday morning. I'm on call though, so we'll see what today holds. But it's really beautiful out right now. Working on a fire to cook some breakfast. I made a YouTube short on off-grid toast, and I had someone complain that I was using propane and it was modern and I'm not off-grid and I should be using the fire. And anyway, I was making toast for lunch. I didn't get time for a fire. But breakfast this morning, bacon and eggs over a campfire, hard to beat. So that's the plan right now. But I thought I'd show you a couple things that we've gotten lately. If you do follow us on YouTube, you probably saw the shorts. And then talk a little bit about plans for the day. So we did get finally a log splitter. This is bigger than I intended to get, but I'll probably be quite happy with it. It's a 30-ton splitter. So it'll split anything that I've intend for it to split, and maybe then some. I used it a little bit on some of our old dry wood, and it does a great job. So that actually will probably be used at some point today. The next thing we got is a chipper. We've talked about wanting to get one. It's great for putting down on the ground to start conditioning soil for gardens. We can use it with the chickens, use it for garden paths. There's a lot of stuff we can do. A lot of times we end up burning piles of brush, but then you end up with huge piles of ash that you have to take care of. And that gets problematic also when you can't always burn. It can be too dry and it's just not always feasible to burn. So we've got that, and pretty happy about that. Looking forward to that. Used it a little bit yesterday. Still trying to get the kinks worked out of that system. It really wants small stuff or really straight branches. So I've had a little problems yesterday with some of ours that I tried to use. So, but let me get around the solar here. You can see all the stuff that needs to be taken care of out here. So I've got my work cut out for me. I don't know, some of that tree's been on the ground for 2 years. It's still pretty solid, but I don't know how much of it I've probably lost. I just didn't have the time or the means to get it taken care of, unfortunately. So cleaning all of this up is not feasible, but this is one of our big projects that we're going to be working on. First off though, will be this little section. I've had this wood stacked most of the year. Some of it needs to be split, some of it just needs to be stacked. So I plan on moving this and splitting all of this and trying to clean up this area underneath the solar panels. You can see there in the background we were using this area for a clothesline, and it's really hard to get to with all this stuff around. So that is one of the things on top for today. I'm also planning on building, well, sort of a heat shield to go on the window next to the fireplace. We've had lots of rain. Shortly after putting in the chimney, we got 3.5 inches of rain over a couple days. Some downpour, some long rain. Didn't have a drop inside. So the only other thing I really need to make sure is that it vents smoke out like it's supposed to. And once that's done, we can close up the ceiling and finish getting it all taken care of. But it does look pretty good. My wife bought some paint to we'll try to color match that white caulk, because I really hate looking at that nice little diamond there. But looks good. I'm ready to see smoke come out of that. Anyway, that's it for now. I don't know what else is going on. Hunting season officially kicks off tomorrow here in Oklahoma, October 1st. And I've seen some deer on game cameras. I've got in daylight, which is important, but I probably won't get to hunt tomorrow. And on call this week. And it's at least through Tuesday, it's pretty warm around here. It's in the 90s. So next week will be better anyway. So we'll see how it goes. But I'd like to do a little practice today as well. Got lots of stuff I'd like to get done and only so much time to do it. But at the moment, I'm going to go tend the fire, read a little bit, and sip on my coffee while the fire is getting ready. Breakfast is finally done. Once we eat, I can get to work. Alright, so the first project on the day, now that breakfast is done anyway, is to work on the heat shield on this window. Problem we were having is that's a vinyl window, and our fear is it would melt. So we are going to work on making just sort of a heat shield. I'm going to use 2x4s, some concrete board, and some rusted tin. And basically the plan will be to make this, it'll just slide into the window, and we'll do that in the winter time, and we'll take it out in the summer. So we'll lose the window during the winter, which makes me sad, but I don't want it to melt. I suggested taking it out and replacing the window with something not vinyl, but that's just an expense we probably really don't need, and this should work. All right, with the frame done, I can go ahead and cut that concrete board to size. All right, the concrete board's on. You can see she painted this side. The reason she painted this side is it'll be towards the window, so when you go up on the porch, you really don't want to see the nasty gray of the concrete board. We may paint it again once it's completely built. But next up is going through the tin and finding a piece or two of the rusted corrugated tin that we want to put on the front side. Well, I think I found the perfect piece. Lots of rust, lots of character. Just what my wife will like. All right, there we go. Looks pretty good, actually. We do intend to add these hooks. It'll actually go this direction because we want the eye hook. It's going to stay there permanently. And then the hook piece will stay with the tin. Since it's sitting on the windowsill, the plan is to, somewhere through here, hook it. We'll mount that there, probably about like that, obviously the other direction, on both sides. But I don't want to do that until my bride gets here to see it. As I got the tires aired up in that old green lawnmower that's been sitting here, and it was so easy to push that even up the hill. It won't be long before we start working on the deck to combine or to connect the two cabins. We'll take out that porch and put in a deck between the two. It'll be nice when it's done. I just don't want to pay for it. And it's done. Looks good. We're real happy with this. She came home right as I was finishing up here, and so these just gives it a little something to keep it from falling out. If we decide we need 2 more, we'll put 2 more at the bottom, but we don't think we do. I'm pretty happy about that. It turned out a lot better than I first thought. Now, I'd still like the window. I'd like to be able to open it. Because that's the only window that has a shade on it. So if it's raining outside, nothing will come in with that window. But we didn't want it to melt. So we'll see how it goes. I'll probably take temperatures of it when we are burning the stove and see how hot it really gets and see if it's going to be a problem. It may not be a problem, but we'll like that. Part of me wishes we had done the whole surround with that instead of with the brick or the tile. I'm going to try to record this, but I don't know if you can hear me. We're doing some work. I've gotten the lawnmower out and hooked up the trailer to start moving wood from where it's been underneath the solar panels into the woodshed. Doing some splitting and just trying to get some stuff cleaned up and situated. This trailer was here on the property when we moved here, and it's still working, but I've been bringing this wood, splitting some, and just others don't need to be split, and just getting them stacked. I pulled my really dry wood out and I'll put it in the front, and that's what we got going on right now. Not a whole lot, well, a whole lot, but not very interesting anyway. Anyway, that is pretty cool, but it'll take that stuff and pull it straight out of your hands. All right, back to work. Well, it's going pretty good. We're on our second stack, about to be third, and still got quite a bit of wood left. It's getting late. It's pushing 6, I think. So I'm about done. I've got the trailer loaded one more time, and I think I'm going to try to get it emptied and then probably restack that really dry wood back inside and call it a night. So my bride has almost gotten this whole pile of brush taken care of. Got a little bit more for us to finish this pile up with. It doesn't like any kind of non-straight stick. If it's got any kind of bend to it at all, it does not like it. It says a 3-inch diameter, but even if the stick is 3 inches the whole way, if it's got a elbow in it, a bend, it won't take that. So if I was a metal worker, I'd make me a different chute, but I'm not. And over here, we've gotten all the wood that was underneath the solar panels taken care of. I'm ready to clean up these rocks I've been tossing over here. Weed eat the tall grass and the tree branches and whatever that's growing up there, move the cinder blocks. Flatten out that, we don't think we're going to take that all the way down. My wife talked about just cutting that off flat so she can use it to put stuff on like laundry baskets and whatnot. Then we'll start working on that tree and getting it taken care of. But this area is almost done. And then right over here around the base of this tree, there was a lot of wood here, and most of that's taken care of. Got a little bit left there in the trailer. So that's almost done, but that won't happen today. This trailer will hopefully happen today, but that's going to be it. So, 3 more days of heat, and then highs in the low 70s here in Oklahoma. So I'm looking forward to that. Well, I'm done for the night. Done splitting anyway. We had a mishap. That second row collapsed on me. So I gotta fix that. All right, well, it didn't take me too terribly long, about 20 minutes. But I got all the wood taken care of. I did end up taking 2 T-posts and bracing it because it was wanting to wobble some more. So it's in there. And started a 3rd row with that really dry wood that we've got. And we're good to go. Well, I got wood done, that's all I can say. It's not as dry as I want, but now that it's split, it'll start drying. We got more work to do. I've got dead trees to cut down, so I'm hoping they're standing dead wood, so hopefully they'll be pretty good and dry. And worst case scenario, I'll buy some wood. May still have to do that even in a good case scenario. But this is a start for next year, if nothing else. But it's letting us get things cleaned up. And that's one of the things we need to get done around here. Anyway, y'all, I'm tired. It's been a long day. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.